So just to kind of recap what we were covering that we have a new tier system. So make sure to check out our Discord TG announcements. The new tier system pretty much breaks our previous two tiers into three. So you're going to have the signature, the pro, and the elite. The pro and the elite tiers are two different VIP tiers, and the signature is the regular phase one user, so non VIP users. We also have our tier three node sale going on. So if you want to get in early at a decent price, so right now it's 30K. Understand that once those 10 nodes are sold, we jump immediately to 50K on the tier 3 nodes. The new tier system is going to take effect. Well, so the introduction of the pro tier is going to take effect during phase 2. So make sure you read everything in the announcement.
What up, guys? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Foxy, Dylan, hope you guys are having a great day today. It's hump day. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. What up, guys? Just go ahead and definitely hit that like, comment, share this tweet out. Once again, Foxy, for people that don't know what the hell we're doing here, you want to just tell them real quick?
All right. So today we're going to go through our documentation. So our project docs that are also linked on our X and our TG and on our Discord. And we're going to cover the node section just to, kind of touch on the different elements here. And maybe if we have any questions, like I know Callie asked all the right questions. He's like, what does that actually mean? What does that mean for the user kind of thing?
Right, and for you guys that don't know, this team here is doing something that's never been done before and having an autonomous AI trading bot that does the stop, the selling, that gets in on the right time. Um, as far as we know, now the bot hasn't gone live yet. And is there testing going on that we know of, Foxy?
For the nodes currently, we don't have the nodes under testing at the moment. At this time, we are actually just building them out and testing the different hardware models. I'm sure we've seen it on Dylan's social media that he's showing what one of the tier one nodes is looking like.
Yeah, I actually saw that earlier today. I mean, that looks pretty cool. I mean, Dylan, if you don't mind, can you put your hand on the side there? I want to compare that to your hand there. All right, so it'll fit. It's about the size of a hotspot or a Mac Mini.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, I think he was comparing it to two phones earlier. It's pretty much less than the width and thickness of a phone. That's
Yeah, it's
almost
pretty
like a
much.
Mac Studio.
It pretty much is a Mac Studio. Yeah. Why? Yeah. It's
Awesome. And I know you guys are selling 10 of them, correct? To for phase one, is that right?
So for that's just a tier one node. So currently we're selling the tier three nodes, which is going to be the highest earner of the nodes, which we'll see when we go through our documents.
And that's why being early on projects that are doing something new, innovative. If you're a believer, and take a chance, on something unique and brand new, highest rewards. Highest rewards. I know there's like a lot of us, we get into a lot of deep ends, right, Foxy? And we're like Kudis or what is it, 375 AI. Being first movers, you get that nice airdrop. Well, this is not going to be really an airdrop. It's going to be earning for you, correct, Foxy?
Correct. Which will be covered. So I mean, just a synopsis: the nodes will pay out twice a month, so every 2 weeks, and it'll be paid out in Rye. We have some internal talks about possibly using another currency, but Rye is the best one for all holders.
Very cool, bro. Very cool. Well, I don't want to take over. Go ahead. I'll throw it back to you. I'm sure you have a game plan of how the show's going to be ran today.
All right, so essentially we're just going to go from top to bottom for our project documentations, which can be found at docs.rogueaitrading.io. All right, so here we have the overview for our decentralized nodes that we're running. So the whole idea here is that we are going to host bots for the node runners or the non-node runners. And then we're going to also help remove central points of failure. So typically, most like AWS and Google servers, they're going to run off centralized servers. And if those go down, you have no access. But here, we're going to run all our trading bots on centralized servers, so servers that are controlled by Rogue AI. And we're also going to let users run the AI, which is not the trading bot, not the trading engines, but these are going to actually be the individual user bots, will be ran on the nodes.
Real quick, there was a perfect example. AWS, for people that don't know, it's Amazon, right?
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay, perfect. Well, Amazon just recently went down, and there is some companies out here in Web3 that are using their platform to run, and for that same reason, they were not able to have their business up and running. This is one of the things that I love that Rogue AI is doing. You guys are building your own, decentralized platform where you can run your stuff, correct?
Correct. So
Yes.
whether you are actually, participating in the trading bot system with us, or if you just want to, buy a node just to earn passive revenue, you can do both.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge benefit on not having to rely on a company like AWS in order to have your business up and running. Because I mean, who wants business to stop? I know it can cost, especially this company, a lot of money that you would be losing on. So kudos to you guys. For those that don't understand, these guys are building from the bottom to the top. So yeah, please go on.
All right. So for hosting these nodes, what's the whole point? What do you get out of it? So as we discussed before, our trading bots will generate platform fees. So a total of 5% of the share of those fees will go towards the node holders. And we'll kind of have an example later, like saying if the bot does 1 million fees a month, what should someone reasonably expect? Obviously, we have projected for that to be a little bit higher because that's based on 200 users. We're gonna have 300 users going into phase 1. All right, so as we talked about before, so why does decentralization matter? So no single entity controls execution or access. So at no point in time are we going to let one person hold all the bots, unlike other projects, which ends up being like an anti-will mechanism. So obviously, if one person holds it, they're earning all the tokens. They're in control of all the earnings, and if they go offline or the network goes offline, the whole network goes down for the AIs. So it's important that we decentralize and spread these among various users. As of right now, we don't have a cap on how many somebody can buy because of the sheer price of these. We don't think there's going to be someone who's going to, scoop up a lot of them. But in the event they try to go for 10 or more, we will have to start looking into, are we centralized enough, or does one person own everything? Or if one person does buy everything, are they spreading them out on different locations? Like Rogue
Yeah,
AI, we have we have different data centers. If we bought up 50 of them and say, hey, here's the contract for 50 of them, you have to keep 25 here, 25 here, or 10, 10, 10, kind of things like that.
Yeah, $30,000 for a node is a little pricey for a lot of people out here.
Oh yeah, and that's only for the first 10 too. Like it's gonna jump immediately to 50K. Well, that's just for the tier 3 anyway.
How many are sold, by the way?
I can't say.
We can't say. You don't want to throw out a little bit of FOMO out there. Okay.
No. All I can say is we're almost sold out. That's all I can say.
I was like, Dylan's our hype master over there.
Yeah, I handle the finances, so I know where everything is. I know where everything goes until we go live. And then we have people in charge of managing that. But yeah.
And you guys are requiring a 50% deposit from what I'm seeing. And within how long do you guys give people to pay the rest of that? Is it 30 days, 90 days? What are we doing?
All right, so as we mentioned, 30K, we want $15,000 up front, and 30 days from the start of phase 1. So when the normal phase 1 users get access, so once the pre-launch phase has passed, 30 days after that, that's when the other 50% will be due. But the benefit of being early to buying the nodes, you will get to start earning as soon as phase 1 users get their access, whether you have the node with us or not. That's going to be the perk of being in these first 10 nodes. So essentially, if you want to pay that next 50%, you might have already earned that by the time you even get to those 30 days. So you may only have to pay 15K, or you may have the node fully paid off because I think we're anticipating a 30. I know Dylan said 30, but a 30 to 60 day ROI window, We anticipate it to be pretty fast as
Okay.
more trading bots come online.
How do tier 3? How do the nodes connect to the signature, the pro, and elite bot tiers?
So all the nodes are separate from the tiers. So the nodes are essentially going to just run the AIs for the users.
Run the the AIs you said, the artificial intelligence.
Yeah, they're run the AI bots for the users. So we are going to have the trading engines, like where all the logic, when we're pulling in the batches of tokens, doing all the analysis, the trading engines that the actual project compiles the data. We're going to do that on our central servers, and individual AIs that pretty much request that data. That's what's going to be on the nodes. So
Okay.
if anyone doesn't know, the bot actually runs in almost like a 4-step process, right? So you're gonna have the trading engines are going to grab batches of tokens. So let's say 10 at a time, 20 at a time. They're going to do their analysis. The AI that is going to be hosted on the nodes are going to pull that data down, and it's going to make its own analysis. So it's going to look at look at those batches of nodes, say, hey, is there a profitable trade here or not? And if it says yes, this token right here is a profitable trade, it's going to execute and make that trade for you. But let's say it doesn't find a profitable trade. We're going to go back to the point where we're grabbing another batch of tokens from the trading engines. We're going to take the analysis again until we find a profitable trade and then execute. And at that point, if it doesn't find profitable trades in, let's say, about 3 to 4 instances, it's actually going to go back and kind of take a look at the market and see what's going on and actually learn from it and change its confidence levels, like how likely is it to want to make a trade or not. So it's going to raise or lower those confidence levels based on its analysis of the market if it doesn't make a trade after about 3 to 4 trades.
Interesting. Foxy, do you come up with all this stuff?
I literally have to take this big brain idea from the developer who's just like blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to understand that, and I have to actually put it in this little tiny box of like, this is what they're going to understand.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't even understand half the shit this guy says anymore.
But
Some big brain stuff, but I mean, if you guys can break it down into a way that people can easily digest it, and this is why I'm also here, to ask those questions to kind of slow you guys down.
Yeah.
And just bring it down to like a normie kind of mentality, bro. But I appreciate it, and you guys are smart individuals. I do see that you guys are building. I mean, obviously we have the node here right in front of us. We do know that Justin is in the background getting very close. We don't know how close, but close to that bot going live. And I don't know when it's going to be, but I know we're close. I can feel it in my bones.
Bro, we were already talking about going live like last week. It's that close.
I know he's like sitting there thinking, man, should I tell him what our actually estimated time frame is right now? I mean, if you want to tell them without a promise or guarantee, you could, but I know people are tend to get hype off hearing any bit of information, and I don't want to cause false hope for no reason.
Yeah, let's definitely not do that. I think people will be very happy, whenever they find out that. And I mean, this comes down to having those notifications on, for Rogue AI Trading. Make sure you have those notices on. Make sure you're jumping in the Telegram. Make sure you're jumping in the Discord, because these gentlemen are very active in there as well. So make sure your guys are tuned in and just checking in every single day. Check in. Show up every single day, just like we do.
All right, kind of pulling it back a little bit to the nodes. I know we kind of went off topic there with how the AI trading bot works. I'll probably have to break that down into an announcement just to kind of say, hey, this is the bird's eye view of exactly how this works.
What is that noise?
That's you.
That's Kelly.
Is it me? Let me see. Let me mute myself.
Okay. All right, so back to the nodes a little bit. All right, so the key highlights, 5% of the protocol trading fees are distributed to node operators, as we've already mentioned. There's going to be 3 tiers of nodes, so these aren't the final naming conventions. This is just what we have for right now until our dev comes up with actual names for each nodes. We have the R1, the R2, and the R3 to kind of coincide with Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. For the earnings, it's going to be tier weighted, so whether you have a Tier 1, 2, or 3, and performance determines rewards. So is your node online all the time, or is it constantly going offline? So if your if your uptime is 100%, you will earn 100% of the rewards. If your uptime is 50%, you will earn 50% of the rewards. So uptime being you're connected to the internet and you're actually contributing the node's resources to the network. So our node tier structure, we have the R1, R2, and R3. So currently the price will be 10,000 per R1 node. That price will never increase. It's not going to follow this every 10 sold, we go up 10K structure. And that's going to have 15% of the share pool. So of the 5% of trading fees, 15% of that goes to R1, 35% of that goes to R2, and 50% of that goes to the tier 3 nodes, or R3. The starting price for the tier 2 and tier 3 nodes is going to be 30,000 and 50,000, but right now we have this special going for the first 10 tier 3, which is 30,000. So for the price of a tier 2, you can get a tier 3.
Oh, okay. Foxy, can you go back a little bit, please, if you don't mind? Scroll up. There we go. 5% of the protocol trading fees distributed. But you said 5%, 15% of that will go to what? I'm sorry again.
15% will go to the tier 1, and you see right here on the table, 50% goes to tier 1,
Where's your mouse?
35% goes to tier 2, and 50% goes to the tier 3 nodes.
35.
So essentially, we're taking the 5%. Let's say if $100 is 5% of all the fees. All right, we take that $100 and we break it up into these amounts. So you got $15, $35, and $50.
Oh, okay.
And now that's going to be distributed among all the node holders at that tier. If there is one person at every tier, they collect the full amount. If there's 2 people, it's split between 2 people. So it pays to be early because the more people that come online with each tier, we're going to kind of restrict it to keep the scarcity going. But essentially, the more people that come online, the less you're going to earn. It's going to take more bots up generating platform fees to make more money if more people come online. If we keep the same amount of trading bots and more people come online, you start earning less. And there's probably going to be no reverse scenario where less bots come online because with how much they're going to earn, who's not going to want to run this bot?
So this really depends on how many bots we have running. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, yes.
How many bots have been sold for phase 1?
Can't say. Can't say.
Our hype master has spoken.
Dylan!
I can't even say. I can't even say. I was told not to. I got the whip. I was told I can't say because we have people who are big braining numbers and trying to calculate exactly how much money's going into what, and we're trying to prevent whales from coming in. So I'm not giving any details on that yet.
I like that. I like that. You know, that's one thing that always happens. You always get those whales to come in and take advantage of things, and you guys are here to prevent that and anti-whales and giving back to the people. I really do like it and appreciate it. Please go on, Foxy.
Yep, the whole idea is to really keep, bigger players from coming in and just sweeping the entire network. I mean, as much as we want to make whales out of our users, we also don't want current whales to come in and think, man, this is going to be a very profitable idea. I'm going to buy all the nodes. I'm going to buy all the Rye. I'm going to buy just hundreds and hundreds of these bots.
So, like, you mean like how we made an example out of, was it Whale Surfers, for example, who decided to come in, make a group chat, and then it backfired on them?
Yeah, I mean, as much as our token is a free market, we don't take kindly to people that are in the back end, pretty much whatever it is when you run a conspiracy against something to pump and dump tokens.
But how are you getting? I mean, if you're not allowing whales, and how are regular people going to pay $30,000? That's about the price of a Toyota Corolla, or a Camry, I should say.
So a lot of this comes down to, all right, you don't have all the money to come in. There's various different aspects. Yes, to some degree, they are going to require money. So the lower node here being a $10,000. If you don't have a $10,000, maybe you go get into LP. So the fact that our platform fees are paid in SOL, we are going to convert over that SOL to the Rye and pay out the node holders in Rye. And if they choose to hold and stake it, or they choose to put it in LP, great. If they choose to sell it, awesome, because that goes right across the LP pools. So a person with a small amount of LP will generate a lot of fees from that. The whole idea is to push transactions across the LP pools to allow maybe the smaller holders to actually work their way up into earning, either getting a bot or getting maybe an R1 node.
And for people that are not understanding what the LP pools, because I mean, you just explained it to me the other day, and I appreciate that. Would you mind explaining that for maybe somebody who doesn't know?
At the highest level, so an LP pool is essentially how the whole crypto market works. How the whole unlike a, centralized exchange where all they do is have a value saying you bought 5 Bitcoin, you now hold 5 Bitcoin. Well, they just say you're holding 5 Bitcoin, whether they have it in reserve or not, it's different. But an LP pool that's on the blockchain is essentially, I mean, you can have it in a 60-40, a 50-50, but it's going to be token pairs. So you're going to have our RAI token to Solana, and ours is in a 50-50 pair. So as you trade out of RAI, you get Solana, and the price of RAI goes down. As you trade into RAI, the price of the Solana pool goes down, and the price of RAI goes up. Now, there are also risks to this, like in permanent loss. So let's say our token spikes up 100%. If you're in an LP pair, it's not going to capture all that gain because an LP pool is constantly trying to balance itself 50% on each side. So you won't capture that full, as if you had just held the token separately, you won't capture the full gain, but you also won't capture the full loss either. So
and where exactly can they get into these pools?
So we have this on our link tree. Currently, this is linked on our link tree, which is going to be on our X and any of our socials. And currently we have pools in Orca and we have pools in Meteora. So Meteora.ag and Orca.so are going to be the main decentralized exchanges on Solana that we are using. We might eventually branch out into Radium, but currently we're just going to stay with those two.
What's that, bro?
All right, what do we got here next? Okay, so we kind of have examples. I was told that there might be an issue with this example, but I will have to verify that later. But you'll kind of get the point here. So we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Let's say there's $1 million in monthly fees. 5% of that is going to be 50,000. And as you can see, we've broken it up to, yeah, the numbers aren't right, but the point's here. I'll fix those later. So we'll have the monthly fee is 7.5 thousand, 17.5 thousand, and 12.5 thousand. Let's say we have 30, 20, and 10 node holders at each tier. That monthly value is going to be divided by how many nodes are at that tier. And I'll probably have to add another. And that's going to be the expected per node per month right here. And let's say maybe there's 15 tier 3 nodes or tier 1 nodes. That's going to be $500 per node. So it's going to pay to be in while there's less users online.
I'm sorry,
but we're actually.
Is this money? I'm sorry, you lost me in the very beginning. It was from the fees.
This is from the platform fees, yes.
From the platform fees, okay.
So let's say 100% of the platform fees are $1 million. The 5% here would be the 50K.
Got you. Okay, so I mean, once again, the earlier you get in, the better, right?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just mathing it out real quick. Yeah, 50K. Okay. And we have the performance weighting, which we were talking about earlier. So the uptime. Is your device connected to the internet, and is your internet up? So obviously, if you have an outage at your home or you have very bad internet, there's a good chance that your uptime is going to suffer. So I probably wouldn't run a node if you want to maximize your earnings if you have like really bad internet.
Yeah.
Currently, we don't have a minimum of how fast you need the internet to be, but I'd probably have it be at least 100 megabits or faster. We may have to raise that number in the future once we actually get the V2 online and kind of see what kind of bandwidth that it's using across your network.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Even like if you're mining and you have bad Wi-Fi, that's not good for business, right?
Oh.
So you want to make sure if you're getting into this, you have really good Wi-Fi, internet, Ethernet. Make sure you're up as much as humanly possible, guys, to take advantage of this.
And then we also now we have a progressive pricing model. So let's say for tier 1, we're currently at batch 0 because you won't see the tier 3 nodes pricing here at all. So, but once you start in our batch 1, as we said, that the tier 1 node does not increase from 10,000, so you're not going to see it here. But every 10 nodes that we sell, the price increases 10,000. So our tier 2 and tier 3, respectively, are going to start at 30,000 and 50,000 in price. And then once you get to 10 sold, we go over here to 40, 60. Once you get to 20 sold, 50, 70, and so on. And and yes, there is going to be a certain point where the nodes get so expensive that somebody may not want to get in at that tier, and that's fine, because that is what's actually going to keep the scarcity of the nodes. It's going to keep not a lot of people online.
My question is, Foxy, like, to you personally, you're coming into this right now. Should I be buying a bot or should I be buying a node? What makes more sense as somebody that's directly working the project and knows more than the average person coming in right now?
That's a close one, because when it comes down to it, I would probably go off with a bot first, only because we know that the B2 bot is going to earn more than a tier 1 node. But it also depends if you have the initial 30K to spend as well. Do you want to have 3 bots working for you 24/7, or do you want to have one node earning the platform fees, 5% of those platform fees, from those 3 bots? So I do believe that someone will earn a lot more money with the bots. I see the node as a supplementary factor.
Okay.
So it's something you should maybe get your bots for. Let's say, starting from I don't have any money. If I was someone who had no money to invest, I would probably pick up the token, put it in LP, work my way up to, since the token is very, we have a lot of buy pressure on it from the platform fees, as well as users trying to get in to actually make a profit. It will gain a lot of money. So I would get a bot, and from the bot earning, I'd probably get a node. If I had to take it in that order.
I like that. And that's just coming from him. This is not financial advice, you guys. None of this that we're talking about is ever financial advice. This is just what we're building. These numbers, Foxy, these numbers are not 100% accurate, right?
No, so especially for the example here, it's 100% accurate as of the example, but not as of how much monthly fees are going to be made by the bots.
And phase 1 is still beta, correct?
Yep. So phase 1 is still the beta phase. So I don't really consider us out of the beta phase until we get through phase 3.
Okay.
But
that's good.
Those who actually get into our phase 1 now are actually going to benefit the most, only because we're only charging you one set price to get in for a 6-month period. Once phase 2 starts, that's when the monthly subscriptions start up. So you're essentially going to make less money when you start having to pay monthly subscriptions for your bot. So I would encourage anybody who wants to get in right now, earn everything you can from our products, and then be prepared for when the monthly fees kick in so that you can maintain running your bots, buy your nodes, get a huge portion of the LP, because those LP pools are actually generating a lot of fees. I think at one point I was getting about $80 to $100 a day.
Yeah, I was getting like 400 or 500. At one point, I was getting like 700 a day.
And to be completely transparent, that's having about 10K in the LP. So $5,000 in Solana, $5,000 in Rye. Regardless of what the price is, that was about the average I was earning. Because I know we've been pretty much fluctuating between, right now I think we're at 3 zeros and an 8. And we were sitting at probably 2 zeros and a 20 the other day.
And this is Rye we're talking about. If you guys don't know, RAI, you can swap it out with Solana on Dex, Orca, Jupiter, right? Where would you recommend they go and purchase Rye?
I'm always going to be a big fan of Jupiter just because it's a Dex aggregator. And for those that don't know, you could either go directly, well, you can't really go directly to Meteora and trade. But let's say you wanted to go to Radium or Orca. Well, one price could be different from the other. So you take something like Jupiter, which will look across all the dexes on Solana that have Rye pools, and it will take the best price. So you're not really guaranteed. Can't say guaranteed. I hate that word. But you're most likely going to get the lowest price if you use Jupiter versus just going directly to a DEX.
And on top of that, Foxy, I mean, what is it? What every year Jupiter has a what?
Oh yeah, every year Jupiter has an airdrop. So for those that actually use their platform, for those that actually use their wallet. So I mean, right now we're going to integrate it later, but we don't use Jupiter Wallet as one of our initial wallets for the platform. I mean, it's funny how we use Jupiter APIs, but that's probably the last wallet we implemented. But you're going to be able to get an airdrop. So on top of all that, that's what you get. And just remember that every time your bot is trading it with Jupiter APIs. So your wallet is trading across the Jupiter the Jupiter DEX aggregator. So that
Whatever
wallet's going to
idea
be
was that? Genius, bro.
that wallet is going to be up for a massive airdrop for as long as
Genius,
they
bro.
do their airdrops. I mean, in the future they could stop it, and that may no
Right.
longer be a benefit.
But I mean, they've been doing it what 2 years already?
Yeah, I believe this is either the second or third. I'd have to go back. I think it's probably the second time they did it.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it's just another reason who, like, once again, whoever thought of that idea was smart. Very smart move.
All right, so that's everything I have for nodes in here. I know it's going to look weird. We see unnamed nodes, but we haven't quite decided on what the naming of the nodes are and what the overall naming of the nodes are. That's okay. We're in beta. We got time to name these things.
That's
We
right.
might even let the community vote on it. We don't know.
Hey, you know what? We can just come up with something cool. If you guys, maybe we should do a poll in the Discord or Telegram. Some good ideas. Maybe one of you guys can come up with a really good one.
Yep, we'll probably, because I mean, I gave the honors to the dev to name it because obviously he's making all this reality happen. So like, hey, come up with your top 3 names for each tier, and let's let the community vote on it. Because either way, you chose one of those names.
I like it. That note too looks very clean. I just can imagine the engraving or inscription of the R there for the Rogue AI trading. That'd be super cool. Somebody say Rogue AI trading tattoos? What?
Hey,
Nope.
if this
Y'all
spot
ain't
launches-
convincing me, bro. Y'all ain't convincing me. I have had $20 million offers to get a tattoo, and I'm just not into it. I'm just not my thing.
it's like you gotta celebrate us with us little brokies, right? When we make our first million and we get our tattoos, you're getting your tattoos.
We're gonna take a couple
Nah.
shots and we'll just take you over there, bro.
Nah, what? No, what? No, what?
I'll hold you
Actually,
down.
I'm not gonna.
I'll hold
I'm
you
not
down,
gonna go
bro.
on that. I won't
I
go on
got
that
you.
bunny trail. Speaking of being held down, let me pull this image up.
I mean, the community will do it with us, right? Because our goal is to make everybody up there with the big dogs.
That's right. That's right.
You
Try to
ain't
get in that
convincing
1%.
me. You
Oh.
still ain't convincing me.
We don't have to convince you. We're just gonna drag you there.
Bruh, I'll just go in the bunker. I'll just hang out in the bunker, be like, "Come get me now."
Come on, we're sitting there in the background just chanting, "One of us, one of us."
One of us. One of us. Let's go.
Speaking of one of us, what happened to Dark Virus?
I
Nah.
talked to him last week.
Yeah, he's been out
still,
doing his own thing, so
Mhm.
we'll let him come back
Is
to
he
normal.
alive still at least? Jeez.
He's alive. He's alive. Family's good.
He's a homie, bro. He's a homie.
Yes, he is. Definitely is.
We should run a GoFund. Never mind. I should just send him like $1 million. Just like, yo, what's your bank info? I want to give you $1,000 as a donation. And I'm like, oops, too many zeros. Accidentally gave you $1 million.
Oh God, he'd be like, "Do you want this back?" Be like, it's just $1 million.
It's just $1 million. It's $1 million really isn't much, honestly.
It's like the
Hey.
problem with being rich is you're so generous.
Honestly, $1 million really isn't much. I mean,
This
I
is
mean,
true,
have you
especially
seen your
in
X
Cali.
profile with the billions on it? I think you're good.
yeah, as soon as you really hit $1 billion, $1 million is kind of like $100, more or less.
I mean, it's a lot more zeros than what I got in my bank account, I'll tell you that, but it's still not that much if you think about it, especially nowadays. I live in California and it is ridiculously expensive over here. I mean, the housing, oh my God, don't get me started. I did have a question though. Are node buyers automatically granted elite access permanently or during phase 1?
I give them early access. The team doesn't like it, but I'm kind of going rogue on that one.
I see what you did there. No,
Yeah.
so they're not. It's not going to have anything to do with the tier. So it's not like Signature Pro or Elite, but they will get in week 3 with the VIP holders.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they'll get the chance. I mean, if they have a bot, they'll get the chance to get in. If they don't
What-
have a bot, well, they're just going to start earning with the node, or at week 4, or sorry, after week 4 is over, so beginning of week 5. With the phase 1ers, they'll start earning, but if they have a bot, week 3 with the VIP users during the pre-launch period.
I don't know which one I like better though. Do I like the nodes or do I like the spot? I mean, I'm one of those play it safe guys because the node at least has a value and I can sell it and it generates me revenue no matter fucking what. I mean, I also come from crypto mining, so it's that mindset still kind of there. That's also why I'm kind of pushing the nodes harder because I like the plug and play aspect that generates money for no fucking reason.
I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that mentality and that perspective. There's nothing wrong with it. I agree with the two, but 30K. But then you said I'm sorry, they're on sale for 10K. Is that correct?
For which ones?
for the nodes.
Yeah, the tier 1 is going to be a 10K, and that's always going to remain 10K despite.
Okay.
So let's say if, slowly but surely the tier 2 and tier 3 come out of reach, the tier 1 will always be available to somebody who, grabs a bot and eventually earns the 10,000. They can get it on a tier 1. That price will always remain. But for some people, the increasing every 10, going up 10,000 may slowly push that goalpost farther and farther away.
Got you, Foxy. Okay, no, that makes sense, and that gives I'm sure a lot of people hope, because sometimes it just seems like way out of grass, and it's just like a pipe dream for some people. But I'm seeing once this bot goes live, people are gonna be like opening their eyes, right, and saying, "Oh shit, like this is real. I really do have the opportunity to be able to do something big, not only in their lives, but with you guys and investing more." I know once that bot goes live too, that a lot of that extra funds that I'll be having is going to go right into Rye, into nodes. Because I see this as a really, really good opportunity for a lot of us out here.
I mean, I think all your money's going to go into certain trips to certain countries, but that's just me.
Not me.
Fucking, I had a feeling
Call
that
it
shit
out.
was gonna come up. Dude, are you sure that's not me though?
He's going to be like, all right, I'm going to make sure I pay for Dylan not to show up.
Oh, bro, 100%.
I'll be like, I'm going to make sure your plane gets diverted.
Oh
Bro,
my god.
Bro will purposely buy out all the seats on the plane except for the last 3 seats in economy, and they'll be all middle seats.
You know what kind of flex that would be? Just to walk on a commercial plane and say, I bought all the tickets?
You know how much of an advance you'd have to do that shit in though? You'd have to do a huge advance.
Oh, I would do it straight in advance, and then I'd walk to people and say, hey, the seats are free. Enjoy.
Hello.
At least do it one time, because what's that going to probably be? No more than 100K? Depending
At
on what
that
flight
point,
you're
can't
going
you
on.
just get a jet?
So what you would want to do first is buy out first class. So you want to buy out first class and work your way back to economy, because as soon as economy fills up, they jack the fuck out of first class. I mean, they absolutely raise the fuck out of it.
That makes sense too.
Because they look at how full the flight gets. They don't look at the categories. They don't give a fuck about the categories. They look at how many people's on that plane.
Hey, question. I saw that for the bots, I noticed it says execution efficiency. What does that mean, and why does
Yeah,
it,
so I'm probably going to have to change that, because I agree. So I took out some numbers there for the moment, because we were deciding on final numbers. So that actually now that I look at it, looks kind of confusing. So the execution efficiency is the swap fee.
Okay.
So essentially, it's obviously there's 3 different swap fees. So like I was giving the example earlier, Signature would be at 1%, Pro would be at 0.8, and Elite would be at 0.6%. So every transaction that your bot makes, that is the fee from our platform you're charged. But that's not the exact numbers, but that's exactly what that is. We wanted to make sure that the higher in tier you go, the less you have to pay in swap fees. Very similar to a DEX. So a lot of dexes out there say, you know, the more you stake, the more OP you hold, is the better rate you're going to get across our decks. Same thing here with the Deadbot.
Okay.
And the one thing I also wanted people to consider, which is why I bolded it, so right underneath where you have the 0.01 SOL per trade, is what the minimum you have to have. Keep in mind that there's a network fee associated to, you know, the blockchain.
Would you mind
So-
showing that? Are you able to share that with us so they can follow along?
I wonder if I can share that without actually doxing some stuff.
Oops. Oh, look at that beauty.
Did you say,
That's
Poppy?
cute. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that
What'd you
box.
say?
The
Alright,
node
so
right there.
Yeah, for some reason I
Awesome.
can't share that, but it's going to be the Discord announcement that I'm reading off of.
Papacito.
God.
Yeah, so right up there on top, or under the please note section, there's a 20% network fee that this is not something we control. This is our obligation to pay for using our private RPCs. So let's say, you know, every transaction on your bot, you have $1, 20 cents of that is going to go to the network. It's not something that we collect, it's something that the network collects.
So yeah, 20% off of the dollar. So are we assuming the bot's going to be more profitable than that?
Yeah,
20%
so
that we're
understand
doing
this
right
comes
off
from the
bat?
swap fee. So
Dude,
if
as
if
soon
your-
as
if
I
your
saw
swap fee is-
those numbers, bro, I was
Yeah,
like,
so if your swap
Foxy.
fee is $1, that comes out of the swap fee. It's not anything on top of or extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we're saying
I-
like, hey, this is how much we're gonna make on, you know, 100 users with this, or 100 users running this many bots with this many trades, we also have to factor in this 20%. So like if you say, hey, all right, we have all these users, all these trades, this is how much we have on each bot, and we're gonna make $1 million in platform fees. Well, we're actually gonna make 800,000 because we owe 20% of that to the network.
Let's go.
Hopefully
Let's
that
go.
is kind of clear as mud kind of thing.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
Foxy's
think
like
so.
beyond conservative on those numbers. Like, it is super conservative. Like, it's
I
like,
just want to be within reasonable numbers. I know you're over there like we're gonna get
Within
like $4
reason,
billion
bro.
a month, and I was like,
bro, you're.
I get it.
60x off, bro.
Like I totally get it. You want to hype it up with those big numbers. I just want to keep people a little bit grounded with it. And you know what?
Bro, that's.
If we crush that $1 million a month, so be it. We crush it. Everyone's excited and they're ready to go, and they're gonna be like, I need 10 more bots. So
Bro, it'd be
Exactly.
like $1 million a day, bro. Like you're so fucking conservative. It's
know, he's like-
what the fuck?
he's like, what's your small-minded view over here? Oh look, it's Rogue Nathan. He joined us.
Yeah, he's been in here for a fat minute. Nobody noticed him though.
No, I seen you. I figured
What's
you were
the-
talking. What up, Nate? How are you, bro?
Yeah, bro, he's been in here for like 40 minutes.
Well, yeah. I mean, we had a big screen up and we had 3 people, so I don't get to see that 4th person.
Happy late birthday, bro. Happy belated.
Oh, thank you.
Hope you had a great day, bro. How's the cat?
Cat's good, just chilling. On meds still. You know, the usual.
Good, bro. Good. What do you think about the node right here?
What was that?
Snowed.
What do you think about
The
the node
node?
right here? That Dylan,
The
put that thing
node?
away, bro.
That thing looks
Node?
nice.
That node?
That's a tier 1 too, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
tier 1.
That's one of our tier 1
that's
designs. It's not our only tier 1 design.
Dude, it's literally like my small handgun is like the side of the node, pretty much. That shit.
Yeah. So once
Like
we get all
fucking-
our designs together, just understand this may or may not end up just being the founder design. So
Yeah,
this is
look
gonna
at
be
that.
the
Look how
first
fucking small that
500
is, bro.
tier 1 nodes that we sell.
Like you can fucking fit that in your.
Are y'all gonna put
hand.
the Rogue logo on there?
Oh, 100%.
There are. We're gonna etch. That's glass on the side, so we're gonna etch that in.
Nice.
Can you explain what those 2 buttons are on the front right there?
I got this, baby. Reset button, power button. Power button, reset button. Little magnetic filters.
He's like, finally, a question I can answer.
Look,
Got
look,
this.
look. Look at the little fan, and I was told to take the fucking motherboard out in case someone figured out where we were. So I was forced to take the fucking motherboard out of here that's custom for this, so that way the software wouldn't get stolen. Fucking Foxy.
Okay, wait
It's
a
like-
minute. If you take out the motherboard, then how does it run? I'm sorry, I'm not
Oh,
computer savvy.
so this is what it looks like, but I had to unplug it.
Yeah, currently it's just the case. So
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
you
not
need the
allowed to-
motherboard, the RAM, the processor, and so there's no GPU here because IAI is really processor intensive. So it's really just going to use a processor.
Yeah, it's CPU compute. Yeah.
That's why it can be that's why it can be so small compared to a regular desktop tower because most of that is taken up by a bigger motherboard and a GPU.
And there you go. There's your AI, just right there. It's just chilling.
It looks so robotic. Kidding.
Yeah, no, you know what's awesome? This won't run unless you have the motherboard for it.
It's like I hope so. That's about computer 101 to me, dog.
So is that the AI bot?
This is the AI bot. Yeah. it's
Yeah,
all
so
on
that's
here.
just your storage, like your hard drive. But that's an M.2. I mean, most people recognize hard drive, so we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Is that what
SSD.
so you guys shipping that to everybody that buys the bot?
Yeah, it's all encrypted, but it's 4 terabytes. So it's a 4 terabyte SSD. Also has additional storage more or less on it, so that way if we decide we want to do additional workloads on there, we can actually sell workloads and put it on there and generate additional revenue, which I think I said too much, but we'll just want to say another income stream for people alongside the bot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something we haven't mentioned before, but if people are paying attention. But the whole idea behind it, we probably left that out in the beginning, was it's designed to be a plug and play. So we're not going to have you set anything up. All you're going to do is plug it into your Ethernet, turn it on, and if you have a bot on the network, go to a browser, log into your bot. If you don't have a bot, just keep it plugged in and online.
Bro, it's literally this easy. So, like, this is where the power is. You plug it the fuck in, sit it the fuck down, click it. Actually, no. You plug it the fuck in, plug it in the LAN, sit that bitch down, click that, and just let it sit.
Boom.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's so fucking fail-proof that if you fuck it up, maybe you shouldn't be in crypto. It's
Well,
literally
We'll
a
teach people
three-step
how to do
process,
it,
man.
okay?
It's
I
a
mean, not
three-step
everyone's had the luxury of
process.
earning things like not everyone's owned a desktop computer before, even though this is like a very miniature version of one.
It's 3 steps.
This
Plug
is
it
true.
in the power, plug it into the internet, and click the power button.
I mean,
And
there's
lights
people
up.
we're going to have to walk through setting up a crypto wallet. So even
Oh,
the
dear
easy,
God,
even the things
yes.
we think are easy are going to be difficult for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is literally 3 fucking steps. Like, plug it in the power, plug it in the LAN, click the button. I mean,
You want to know what the step one for most people is going to be? What is an
How-
Ethernet cable?
oh my god, that is 100. But that's why we have this. Oh shit, that's right. Half these people don't know about IP login and shit.
Oh yeah,
Never mind.
because most people only have like a cell phone, a tablet, things that have always been on Wi-Fi. And these days, I think most of these are coming without Ethernets in there. Like I think I have some that just plug straight into a coax, no Ethernet's required, and my internet works.
I mean, you don't got random LAN cords laying around like me?
Oh, I mean, I'm a techie just like you. I got like so many switches, so many I even got hubs. I mean, I shouldn't even have that on my network.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah,
wish
Foxy's
my
a
cord
TP
was
genius,
longer.
bro.
I wish my cords were longer. Hang on, I got this.
It's like the down
Actually,
part
I
about
got
being
this
like tech gurus is you have so many cords to trip over. You have all these unnecessary techs, and like my router right now looks like it could be a spider walking around.
Yeah, yeah.
Most people
So
have
wait,
a little tiny
so-
square box. I have something with a bunch of antennas on it.
Wait, so you don't have like a mining farm in your
Oh, yeah, no, that makes me just want to get anxiety right now.
It is. I just leave
So
the
many
door shut,
cords.
And, yeah, it's a little anxiety. Dude, and you really don't hear it in here either. It's super soundproof. You know how much money I spent on just insulating this bitch?
All I'm gonna
So
say is
why-
whoever
next
wired your shed out
Fired.
here, I'm gonna fire
Fired.
them.
Fired. We need to go rewire it for him.
It's like I want to see color cabled zip ties. I want to see cable rails. I want to see all this good stuff. He's probably
Nice
like,
and
"Am I so
clean, bro."
targeted? I wired this.
I did kind of wire half of it.
He's like, damn it, I gotta fire myself.
You're fired.
Guys, where's the rogue CEO? He had to take himself into a room and talk to himself real quick.
I had to let myself go.
You're talking to HR right now.
All right,
Oh
but
shit. No, we ain't even gonna talk about HR. We don't need an HR. If we had HR, I think I'd be fired.
Yeah.
all right, we are coming up on our hour mark, so if anyone needs to go, we can probably end the stream. We've covered all our nodes, covered our announcements. Make sure everyone knows that the tier 3 sale is going on, because obviously being early to the nodes is probably going to be the play if you have the capital to expend towards it. Which remember, only 50% down for the tier 3 nodes, so 15k up front. And you're probably going to and most likely will earn the rest before the rest is due, 30 days after phase 1 begins.
It's not set up except where you can use your bot fees that you generate to, or bot fees and node fees to generate pay your other half.
I can
So,
barely
yeah,
hear him.
very-
What is he saying?
I'm mumbling.
Oh,
He's talking to himself again.
I am
Life of a
fighting my
CEO.
Alright, more or less, yeah, it's built to where you should be able to cover your other half within 15 to 30 days very easily with just your bot income. That's how we're building it.
Yep, and I mean, especially if you have a bot and a node, so you're doubling
It's a
your way to
win-win.
that.
it's a win-win.
Yeah. And the pre-order batches pay you even though you don't have it. You still get paid. Batch 1 and up, you don't get paid. Only the pre-order batch you get paid for. It's more or less rewarding you for actually getting early. Everything is built to reward you to be early. You want to play it safe, there's consequences more or less. You don't get paid right away. That's the consequence for trying to play it safe.
As an early adopter, what advantage do I get now that won't be available once phase 2 launches and everything goes public?
I mean, in terms of owning the bot, you're only paying one set fee for 6 months, so you're essentially getting 5 months for free of running a trading bot.
Right.
In terms of nodes, you're getting the ability to get in before you have to share your monthly profits with somebody. So there's only going to be 10 tier 3s offered right now, so that 50% of that 5% is only going to be split maximum of 10 ways at the moment until we decide to open up room for more nodes. Because it's not going to be, hey, we're selling 30 right now. Nope, we're only selling 10. Obviously, we're going to handle those who want to buy in bulk separately. So that's the only way that we are going to go beyond that 10 initially, is if somebody says, hey, I want to buy 10 right now or 20.
Gotcha. No, that's great information. That just shows how early we are in this project, and I'm excited, guys. I'm excited once again. Great live, Foxy. Good job to you. You killed this one today. I'm sure we can go back and clip this, a lot of it, and use it for content. So that would be good.
Yep.
I'm excited,
I mean, no
guys.
worries.
I know bot is coming soon too, bro. So.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to sit here and test out Riverside today, because it's going to do all those clips automatically.
Oh!
Yep. It's going to do the clips automatically, add the text. If I have to go back and edit someone's curse word out, I can do that. So,
Fuck you.
like that one right there. Let's mark that at time 53:29. So,
That's what's up. All right, well, I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna have dinner with my daughter here, and
oh yeah,
I
we're
wish you
definitely at
guys
our
well.
60-minute mark, so it's definitely time for all of us to go. I think a lot of the community's had enough of our faces for right now.
Thank you, everybody, once again for stopping by. I know there was a good 50 people watching, so shout out to all you guys. And you guys jump in the Telegram, jump in the Discord, ask these guys questions. They're super active and they're on top of it. So there's, I mean, there's no time but now. You're only getting later in this process as we're going deeper and closer as this bot is going to go launched, and nodes are on sale right now. So grab them while you can.
All right, y'all. See y'all in the community.
Yeah.
Bye.